year. So they were safe, and they're going to play the game tonight. I'll mention there were 7 games slated to happen on Saturday the 19th. They were all postponed, and there are 3 of them going to happen tonight. They're not all made up in a quick instance. I'll tell you, on Saturday night, it was supposed to be Kokomo and Tipton. They moved that to Wednesday the 23rd, so that's going to happen tomorrow. That'll be at Tipton, Kokomo at Tipton. And then it was supposed to be Lafayette Jeff at Central Catholic. That's going to be tonight. You'll hear that game on PutMeInSports.com, or you can also hear the game simulcast on HamiltonCountyTV.com. And that game's tonight. And then North Newton and Benton Central, that's postponed. I don't have a new date for that one. Peru and Northwestern, that's postponed. No new date yet. Sheridan at Hamilton Heights, that's postponed. That's going to be on February 4th. If you didn't remember, February 4th is the anniversary not too long ago when the Colts won the Super Bowl in Indianapolis. And we'll also mention Twin Lakes postponed. That's versus West Lafayette and also West Central. And Rensselaer Central postponed. No date yet for those 2. We'll mention tonight games that are going to happen in the Hoosier Conference game night tonight. 2 and 12 North Montgomery. They're at 7 and 5 West Lafayette tonight. And a 7:30 contest, 2 and 10 Taylor. They're at 6 and 8 Western tonight. And also Western Boone at 6 and 5. They're going to play from the they're actually going to play from the postpone, but they're going to play Hamilton Heights tonight at Hamilton Heights. That might be a good one. So 6:28 on the pregame clock. We'll mention a little bit about each team here today. That's the Lafayette Jeff Broncos and the Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. They are well familiar with one another. They're just across town. I mean, actually in L shape, I go by their school each time I leave this vicinity, pretty much. And I will mention that the visiting team on the scoreboard, Lafayette Jeff Broncos, they have a school enrollment of 2,031. Their gym size just across the way will seat comfortably 7,200 spectators. They're Class 4A, sectional number 7. There are 6 in their sectional. They are Logansport, Zionsville, Lafayette Jeff, Harrison of West Lafayette, Kokomo, and McCutcheon. The principal at Lafayette Jeff High School is Mark Preston. The athletic director is Peyton Stovall. The athletic secretary is Stephanie Pinchek. We'll remind you that Lafayette Jeff High School is located at 1801 South 18th Street, Lafayette, Indiana, 47905. You can reach them by phone, 765-772-4700. On the web, you can find them at jhs.lsc.k12.in.us. On Twitter, at Jeff Athletics. They wear the colors red and black. They are in the North Central Conference. The North Central Conference, at the top of it, it's Logansport, followed up by Muncie Central, Richmond, Lafayette Jeff, Marion, Harrison, Indianapolis Tech, Kokomo, McCutcheon, and Anderson. Lafayette Jeff Broncos are currently 10 and 4 on the season. They're 3 and 2. They're in 4th place of the 10 Central Conference members. I should say the North Central Conference members. We'll mention Lafayette Jeff Broncos. They average per game, that's an average per game offensively, 74.4 points per game. They give up 64.5. Those are averages. The head coach is Mark Barnheiser. He's currently 10 and 4 in his first year at Lafayette Jeff. Overall, he is a 32-year basketball coach, the varsity level. 446 wins, 334 losses. And we'll mention this game here is going to be number 781 on his agenda. We'll mention the next game on the agenda after this game with Central Catholic. Lafayette Jeff will be in action Friday, this Friday, the 25th. Kokomo will be at Lafayette Jeff at 7:30 varsity start. We'll also mention Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. They have a school enrollment of 291. Their gym size right here will seat comfortably 3,028. They're a Class 1A basketball team. They perform in sectional 54. There are 6 in their sectional. We'll mention that is Southwood, Tri-Central, Clinton Central, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights, Frontier, and Northfield. We'll remind you that the principal at Lafayette Central Catholic High School is Neil Wagner. The athletic director is Tim Bourdonnais. He is a 1987 Central Catholic graduate himself. We'll remind you that the athletic secretary is Julia Denhart. We'll remind you that Lafayette Central Catholic Knights, their high school is located at 2410 South 9th Street, Lafayette, Indiana, 47909. You can reach them by telephone 765-474-2496. On the web, it's lccathletics.com. On Twitter, at LCC_athletics/. They wear the collars, navy and white. They perform in the Hoosier Conference West Division. We'll remind you Lafayette Central Catholic boys basketball team are currently the 11-2 on the season. They're 2-0 in the Hoosier West. And offensively per game, they average 65.7. Defensively per game, they give up 47.7. The head coach is David Barrett, as mentioned, an 87 graduate right here at Central Catholic High School. Working in year number 14 for Lafayette Central Cath. And we'll remind you, he's 244 wins, 105 losses. The next game on the agenda for Central Catholic will happen Friday. This Friday, the 25th, Guerin Catholic will be here at Central Catholic. And we'll remind you that game time is supposed to start about 8 o'clock. It's an 8 o'clock varsity tip. And we'll remind you in the record, overall, Central Catholic versus Guerin Catholic. Yeah, we'll mention that Central Catholic have won 2 out of the last 9. So 15 seconds. Clock's going to roll down. We'll mention also that the next game on the agenda for Put Me In Sports will be this Friday. You can listen to the Tipton-Hamilton Heights ball game. That'll be at Tipton. That should be a good matchup. Usually is. We're going to observe our national anthem once again. Probably going to begin with the opening prayer. And we're going to set this down to do so. It's our national anthem. It was on Memorex. There were 2 of them played tonight. Nothing wrong with that. We're going to mention the starting lineup right now. They turned the lights down. I've got the cell phone illuminating my piece of paper in front of me. Starting lineup for tonight's ball game. First for the Lafayette Jeff Broncos. He'll wear number 1. He averages 15.8 per ball game. Avery Beaver, he's a junior, 6'2". Also starting tonight, he'll wear number 13. He's 6'6" tall. He's a sophomore. That's Brooks Barnheiser. He averages 15.5 a game. Also starting tonight, he wears number 33. He's a sophomore, 6'1", Ashton Beaver. Also starting tonight, he wears number 42, 6'7" tall. He's a junior, Matthew Jones. The final starter for Lafayette Jeff tonight, number 44, 6'3" junior, Braxton Barnheiser. The coach is Mark Barnheiser. Now the starting lineup for the Central Catholic Knights. The Knights will start like this. Number 10, 5'11" sophomore, Brenner Oliver. Also starting tonight as a guard, he'll wear number 12, 6'1" sophomore, A.J. Bourdonnais. He averages 10.2 per game. Also starting, he'll wear number 20, 6'3" senior, averaging 11.8 per game. That's David Schwartz. Also starting tonight for Central Catholic, number 33. He's a senior, 6'3" tall. That's Matt Timmons. The final starter in the lineup tonight for Central Catholic, number 34. He averages 14.2. Offensively, he rebounds 11.2, and he dishes off an average of 8.9 assists per ball game. That's 6'5" junior, Carson Barrett. The coach is David Barrett. So they're going to finish up the lineups right there. The lights are going to come up to candle power. Both cheering sections, I tell you what, they're into it. And Lafayette Jeff Broncos, Central Catholic Knights. Spirit section's ready to go. This might reach a high decibel pitch. We'll see. Going to be jumped up. Lafayette Jeff going to jump it up. Number 42, Matthew Jones. He's 6'7". He'll work against a junior counterpart, Carson Barrett. Carson Barrett, he's 6'5". So they'll try it again. They'll try it once. Here we go. Tip control in the backcourt by Central Catholic. Credit the tip to Carson Barrett. 7:55 on the game clock. Outside for the basketball, 33. Working it, that's Matt Timmons. He's going to throw it away down the corner. Going back the other direction is 44, Braxton Barnheiser. Barnheiser outside the paint. Take it back, work it back to Matthews. So dish it off. Drive down the lane. Shot would go. Matthews going to go back up. Wouldn't get the put back. And the rebound finally secured for Central Catholic. Carson Barrett. They'll work it left side, right side now. Brenner Oliver out top. Working the left side with the basketball, Timmons. Behind the arc, now out top to A.J. Bourdonnais. We'll work it back out top. Carson Barrett moving the basketball. Barrett going to spin in, going to move in the paint. Kick it back out, three-point shot in the air. Rimmed out, wouldn't go. Shot taken there by 33, Matt Timmons. Back the other direction. Back the other direction, no score. 7 minutes left. We played a minute. No scores thus far. They'll bounce it down low to Matthews. Kick it outside, three-point land. They'll drive it back in. That's number 13, Brooks Barnheiser. 15-footer from free throw line. Rimmed out, wouldn't go. Shot taken by 23. We'll double check here. And then they'll work it back the other direction. Good. Carson Barrett, first points of the ball game. 2 points for Carson Barrett. So they'll work it right side with the basketball. 13, Brooks Barnheiser got the bucket. 3-point land, left elbow extended. They'll work it down low off the glass. Schwartz shot when to go. Short off the rim in the paint. Going back the other direction. 33, Ashton Beaver. Now back out top, they'll give it to 44, Braxton Barnheiser. Barnheiser long, three-point shot. Long off the rim, wouldn't go. Rebound, A.J. Bourdonnais crossing the timeline. He'll bounce it left side. Work it to Brenner Oliver. Tries to pass it down low. It's going to be intercepted going the other direction. They'll pass it off. 2-point bucket, good. Lafayette Jeff. 44, Braxton Barnheiser. Makes it a 5-2 contest. 5-2 ball game. Early going. Out top of the basketball on the dribble is Brenner Oliver. They'll work it right side, well beyond the arc. They'll move it back around. They'll work it down low. There'll be a foul called. He'll shoot two. Collision right there in the paint. David Schwartz will go to the foul line. First foul in the ball game going to be whistled against Lafayette Jeff. 44, Braxton Barnheiser. Going to the foul line, number 20, David Schwartz. Schwartz first shot up and good. Substitution, going to check in the lineup for Central Catholic. Matt Timmons going to take a breather. In the ball game for Central Catholic, we'll see number 23, Nate Webb. Nate Webb, a 6'5" junior. Second shot, also good. David Schwartz. 5-4 contest. Lafayette Jeff in front. 5:25 on the game clock. On the dribble. Free throw line. Kicks it back out. Right side, Brooks Barnheiser. On the dribble. They'll work it back out top. In a dribble lane. Kick it to the corner. 3-point lane. Got the bucket. In the ultimate corner baseline. Credit the bucket. 13, Brooks Barnheiser. 8-4 contest. Tipped away. Stolen in the front court of Central Catholic. They'll go the other direction off the glass. Got the bucket. Credit the shot. 13, Brooks Barnheiser. Central Catholic back the other direction. Shot wouldn't go. 10, that's Brenner Oliver. Going to be a foul called in the front court. It's going to be whistled on Central Catholic. Foul's going to be whistled on number 10, Brenner Oliver. He'll pick up his first foul in the ball game. 4:49 left here in the first quarter. 10-4 ball game. Lafayette Jeff in front with the basketball in the front court. Works it to the corner. It's the basketball, 23. They're working around the zip down low to Matthews. Just outside the paint, left-handed floater wouldn't go. Going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Central Catholic. Then another substitution for Coach Dave Barrett. He's going to check in the lineup with number 22, Clark Barrett. Taking a breather. A.J. Bourdonnais. 10-4 contest. Ball still in the front court with Lafayette Jeff. 4:25 on the game clock. 10-4 ball game. On the dribble, going to pass it away. He was cutting. Guard play. He's going to throw the ball out of bounds. He was cutting. Trying to get the ball to Braxton Barnheiser. Ball goes out of bounds. Belongs to Central Catholic. Brought in from a side court. Brought in 23, Nate Webb. Crossing the timeline, Brenner Oliver. Out top, they'll work it to Carson Barrett. He'll pick up his dribble. Out top, they'll move the basketball around. Now David Schwartz. Moving the basketball around. Moved it over to right corner baseline to Oliver. He's open. He'll take a three. Pop the shot. It's good. 23, Nate Webb. They left him wide open. He noticed it. He took the shot. Canned it. Nothing but net. 10-7. 3-point leader are the Broncos. Baseline drive. Got the ball back. Kicks it back out. Going to drive the hoop. Going to dish it off. They'll take a shot. 42 will go to the foul line. That's Matthew Jones, 6'7" junior. I understand in the game they played earlier this season, that was the early season tournament. That was in the very beginning. These two teams got together. They played for the championship in the Lafayette tournament, 76-73. Broncos captured the win by 3. That's the foul line now. He got the first one. Looking for the second one. Matthew Jones got both of them. Matthew Jones, good for 2 at the stripe. 12-7, 5-point advantage for the Broncos. Central Catholic in the front court. They'll go pass the ball around. Carson Barrett, left elbow extended. He'll bring it back out and square it up, pick up his dribble. Back to Schwartz. behind the arc. 3-point shot in the air. Nate Webb, he's got 2 of them. Nate Webb comes off the bench. He's got 2 for 2. Opposite shots right there from three-point land. 12-10. It's a 2-point ball game. Broncos in front. Tip away. Defend the baseline. Kicks it back out. 3-point shot in the air. Rimmed out, wouldn't go. Brooks Barnheiser. And they put it back in. They got the bucket. Matthew Jones right there right now with the putback. 14-10. 4-point leader are the Broncos. Bounce pass. Opposite corner. Left elbow extended. Rimmed around. Wouldn't go. Nate Webb wouldn't get it to go. Rebound putback. Going to be tipped out of bounds. Matt Jones gets the deflection. Carson Barrett right there. Turnaround jumper. Matt Jones going to take a breather. No foul call. It just goes out of bounds. They give the ball back to Central Catholic, left of their own bucket. Brought in right there to Oliver. Brings it in the corners to Schwartz. Back out to move the basketball around. Schwartz. Let me say the last touch. It went out of bounds. Last touch off of the Broncos. So they'll inbound the basketball for the second time in this trip in the front court. 14-10. Central Catholic trail by 4. 2:18 left. We're in the first quarter. Game 2. Boys game. Good cut down low. David Schwartz off the glass and a good assist. One of those 8.9 average from Carson Barrett. 14-12. 2-point leader are the Broncos on the dribble in the front court. Working it right there. 33, Ashton Beaver. Pushed it down low, tipped away. Now goes back the other direction. And the Broncos throw it back away. 3 quick turnovers right there. Statistician quite busy at the scorer's bench. Brought back in. Dribble the ball at a trot pace across the timeline. Number 10, Brenner Oliver. He'll work it left behind the arc. Picked up there by 44, Braxton Barnheiser. Out top, 3-point land. Shot wouldn't go that time for Nate Webb. He's 2 for 4 here in the quarter. On the dribble, baseline, going to be a shot goes in. Foul going to be called. It was inside the arc, about a 12-footer. Got the bucket for the Broncos. He'll go to the foul line. And the foul's going to be whistled on number 10, Brenner Oliver. And believe it or not, I don't have a name to attach to number 23. He's at the foul line now. He's a lefty. We'll try to get that remedied. He's going to take a first shot short off the rim. Wouldn't go. He got the bucket. Got their 2-point shot. It's 16-12. 4-point leader. Ball's in the front court. Broncos with the lead. Back in the ball game. Going to drive hard to the hoop right there. Foul called. We're going to see number 12, A.J. Bourdonnais, go to the foul line. Foul's whistled on Bronco number 32, DeMarco Cross. He's a 6'4 junior at the foul line. Number 12, A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll eye and fly the first one. It'll rim around, fall off. He'll get one more. He entered the ball game at 92%. He'll toe it up there, right foot. Dribble a couple times. He'll eye and fly the second one. He got the back end of a 2-shot foul. 16-13. 3-point leader. Ball's in the front court. Broncos with the basketball. Long 3-point shot off the glass. Counts the bucket. 44, Braxton Barnheiser. I'm sure the bank's closed, but that ATM is always open. 19-13, 6-point leader of the Broncos. That was a long NBA 3 off glass for Barnheiser. Foul whistle there in the front court. Chris called a foul off the edge. Jeff 33, Ashton Beaver. He's got one. Team foul. That's number 3. Also 3 for Central Catholic here in the first quarter, first half. 55.1 left. Passing the ball in from the side court, right there in front of the bench area for Lafayette Jeff. On the dribble, 13, Brooks Barnheiser. Out top, they'll move the basketball into the center circle. That's 44, Braxton Barnheiser. Take that back. We're going to back out there. 33, Ashton Beaver. left side with the basketball. Schwartz guarding the basketball. That is Braxton. Out top of the basketball in front of the scorer's bench, deep in the front court. 27 seconds left. Nate Webb guarding the basketball. They'll bounce it down low. Give and go somewhat. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Nate Webb of Central Catholic. So the Broncos will inbound the basketball right in the bucket. 21.1 left here in the quarter. With the basketball, back pedal dribble. Working the basketball is number 13, Brooks Barnheiser. On the dribble. 10 seconds left. Nate Webb guarding the basketball deep in the front court. Double team. They'll kick it to the corner. Three-point shot. Three-point shot for the three-pointer wouldn't go. Long shot to buzzer. A.J. Bortney. More than half court. Rims off the backboard. And would not go. It revolutioned the rim. Gave the crowd a little bit of a fun time right there. They paid for the admission. It's worth the price of admission. At the end of one quarter of play, 19-13, Broncos in front. We've played 8 minutes. And a good game in the works right now. We're going to see if can I borrow this? I'll get back to you. We're going to look at this roster right here. See where I'm deficient. Think I got that. Double check here. Write that down. I'm not sure that's right, but so they're working around in the official. And then we'll work that in. Thank you. That's the girls, ain't it? Hey, can you go get me a voice? I need it real bad. Thanks. Okay, we're ready here. We've got to give you some help here. So 8 minutes on the game clock. They're going to inbound the basketball. And 7:59 brought in. Second quarter possession going to belong to the Broncos. Out top of the basketball, they move the basketball right side behind the arc. Out top is Barnheiser. Braxton Barnheiser. Thank you. So he goes off the glass. They get the bucket. 2-point bucket, 21-13. They'll move it back out top. They'll move the basketball, A.J. Bordenay. Free throw line, he'll backpedal, bring the ball back out, reset the offense. Move it right side. Behind the arc is Schwartz. David Schwartz going to drive. They go in the paint. He'll take a shot. He'll get fouled on the way in. They might call this one on the floor. Foul's going to be whistled. It's a blocking foul. They call it on the floor. That's number 33, Ashton Beaver. Ashton Beaver picks up foul number 2. Ashton going to take a breather. He'll check out of the ball game. In the game for him is number 20, Savion Barrett. He's a 6'1" junior. On the dribble, working his way in, left-handed. Right there, Carson Barrett kicks it out behind the arc. 3-point shot in the air. A.J. Bordenay rims off. Crashing the board right there. Number 20, David Schwartz. Going to whistle a foul on the Broncos. Foul's going to be whistled on number 13, Brooks Barnheiser. Barnheiser going to pick up his first foul in the ball game. Nate Webb at the foul line. He'll shoot twice. Couldn't get the first one. 23, Nate Webb will go back to the free throw line. He'll toe it up right there. He'll take the next one, and he'll get the back end of a 2-shot foul. Nate Webb, 7-point leader, are the Broncos. Broncos in the front court with the basketball. 21-14, 7:08 left here in the second quarter. Long 3-point shot wouldn't go. Rebound put back, got it. Credit the rebound basket. Number 32, DeMarco Cross. 23-14. 9-point advantage for the Broncos. They work at left side behind the arc, behind the 3-point stripe is David Schwartz. He'll tip it back in. It's tipped away. Try to get it to the free throw line right there. Try to get it to Carson Barrett. Tipped away. Finally ends up going out of bounds. It's going to stay in the front court with Central Catholic. He'll be brought in the front court. He'll pass it to the back court. A.J. Bordenay on the dribble. Crossing the timeline. They'll work at left side. David Schwartz behind the arc. Back out top on the dribble. He'll work it down low. Carson Barrett. moving the basketball, trying to get it back to Clark Barrett. Brothers working there to the corner. 3-point shot in the air. Got it. A.J. Bourdonnais, left corner baseline for three. 23-17. 6-point leader of the Broncos. They'll post up. 17-footer wouldn't go. Foul called. On the offensive rebounding stage, going to be called on the Broncos. Going to whistle this foul on number 32, DeMarco Cross. He picks up number 2 in the ball game. Team foul number 6 for the Broncos. 3 thus far, first half on Central Catholic. In the backcourt and now the front court with the basketball on the dribble. In the ball game is Matt Timmons. He re-enters the ball game. He's an original starter. Fadeaway jumper right there, backpedaling Carson Barrett. 23-19, a 4-point ball game. In the front court, going to be a foul call. Too much hands-on right there, Nate Webb. They'll call you for a hand check. That hand check rule has been emphasized in the last 2-3 years at the high school level. 5:43, they inbound the basketball. Broncos, 23-19. Out top on the dribble. They'll work it right side. That's number 20, Savion Barrett. Back out, they'll reset the offense with number 44, Braxton Barnheiser, 6'3" junior. Out top, they'll bring it back out on the dribble. They'll work it to the corner. They'll go baseline. They'll bounce it back out to the corner, moving the basketball, and the Central Catholic Knights are moving their feet, playing defense in the front court versus the Broncos. They're earning a pretty good hand clap right now. 3-point shot on the way off the glass wouldn't go. Shot taken there by 20, Savion Barrett. Would have been a 3. They rebound the basketball. They get it again in the front court. They put it off the glass. 2-point bucket, good. 13, Brooks Barnheiser. 25-19. 6-point ball game in favor of the Broncos. Out top, A.J. Bourdonnais. Going to pass it right side behind the arc. Carson Barrett. You cross it over to the corner. 3-point shot in the air. Rimmed out, wouldn't go. Shot taken by Clark Barrett. Ball caroms finally goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by the Broncos. So they're going to bring the ball in. They're in the Sevier front court from the side court in front of the Broncos cheerleaders. Inbound the basketball right there, Carson Barrett. Back behind the arc. They work it to Schwartz. Baseball pass the other way from the shortstop, A.J. Bourdonnais. Going to go out of bounds. Last touched by number 44, Braxton Barnheiser. Couple going to sub in here for Central Catholic. We're going to see David Schwartz back in the ball game. Also number 10, Brenner Oliver back in the game. Taking a breather for Central Catholic, going to be Nate Webb and A.J. Bourdonnais. 4:18 on the game clock. We're in the second quarter. 25-19. Out top, Brenner Oliver. Stationary right now. You get the triple threat. He'll pass it right. They'll work it back around. They get it back to Carson Barrett. He'll pop a 3-point shot. Right of center. Good. Carson Barrett. 25-22. 3-point ball game. Broncos in front. In the front court with the basketball. Braxton Barnheiser. They dish it back around. They're working it back out top again. Back to Braxton. Braxton on the dribble. Picks up his dribble. They'll dish it down low. They'll go back in the paint. Shot would go. Shot taken by Brooks Barnheiser. Going back the other direction. They'll go off the glass. It'll be a blocked shot. They're going to call foul. Say what, he was up there. It looked like a blocked shot, but he got him with the body. That's a pretty good block right there. They're going to whistle the foul and show it to the scorer's bench. He'll get 2 shots. And the Broncos will check in with a substitution after the first shot. At the foul line is David Schwartz. First one's up and good. So that foul was whistled on number 20, Savion Barrett. He's going to check out the ball game. He picks up his first foul. He'll take a breather. Then he'll get one more. David Schwartz at the line. He'll short rim. That one wouldn't go. 3:30 on the game clock. We're in the second quarter. 25-23. The Broncos by 2. Going to be a foul out top near the elbow. A little bit of a reach in there. Pretty moderate foul right there, but you got to call them here or you can't call them later. Get to that fourth quarter. And if you don't call them here, then it makes it tough on the ball game. Out top, behind the arc, brought in number 13, Brooks Barnheiser. Three-point shot, Braxton. Long three-point shot, elbow, right side, wouldn't go. Going to be a foul call in the front court. Braxton Barnheiser trying to get back for defense. He did get back, but he ended up impeding the catch, the baseball pass catch right there. And he's going to put to the stripe once again. Central Catholic, number 20, David Schwartz. 1-and-1. 8 fouls here in the first half on the Broncos. First shot up, rimmed around, wouldn't go. That foul was whistled on 44, Braxton Barnheiser. He's got 2 in the ball game. Central Catholic thus far with just 5 first half fouls. 3 minutes left. Long three-point shot, Barnheiser. Wouldn't go, long off the rim. It was a long three. He's got some range, but he's not knocked one down yet. Back shot the other end. Central Catholic wouldn't go. A shot taken by 33, Matt Timmons. Rimmed out, trying on the putback was Carson Barrett. They go back the other direction, and the Broncos lose the basketball in the corner. In the front court, they're going to give the ball back to Central Catholic. 2:48 left here in the second quarter. 25-23. It's going to be inbound by 6'5" Carson Barrett. He's a junior. His brother, right there, Clark Barrett, a 6'5" freshman. His dad, not too much shorter than both of them. He's coaching the team. Out top with the basketball, moves it left side. A.J. Bourdonnais back in the ball game. He'll dribble once. He'll bounce it left side. One time, he'll get it to Carson Barrett. They're clear out. He'll back his way down left hand. He'll pass it down low. Good back cut right there. They found A.J. Bourdonnais off the glass in the paint left side. Tie ball game at 25. 2:17 on the game clock. We're going to see Nate Webb check in next dead ball for Central Catholic. They work it down low. They go off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Ashton Beaver. Back the other direction. Carson Barrett passes it up ahead, and A.J. Bourdonnais again off glass. Central Catholic capture their first lead of the ball game at 27-25. 1:52 on the game clock. On the dribble. Baseline. Left-handed floater. Got the bucket. Pretty shot. 23. Right there. I'm just ashamed that I don't have his name to attach to his good number. 27-27. 133 on the game clock. Second quarter. Out top with the basketball. Central Catholic back cut once again. Tipped around. Going to be a traveling violation. Carson Barrett, good back cut pass. Hard to handle right there. That was 22, Clark Barrett. And I'm checking out the ball game for Central Catholic. Matt Timmons going to take a breather. Back in the ball game. He was hot. Hit his first 2 of 4 shots, three-point land. He's back in the ball game. 23, Nate Webb. Moving it right side there, left side now. Braxton Barnheiser. Out top on the dribble, 23. He's being guarded by Schwartz. He's going to work it left side behind the arc. Three-point shot, good. Credit the bucket. Ashton Beaver, three-point land, a 6'1" sophomore. Puts the Broncos back up by 3. Driving the lane off the glass, shot wouldn't go. That was Nate Webb. Back the other direction. He'll drive coast to coast. He'll get the bucket once again. 23. Back the other direction, short off the mark right there in the paint. 32, 27, 40 seconds left. Shot wouldn't go. Back the other direction after the rebound by Carson Barrett. He'll get the ball back from Schwartz. Going to be a foul whistle. Carson Barrett took a spill. He immediately got some help up right there. Good sportsmanship, 33, Ashton Beaver. He took a tough spill right there. He'll go to the foul line. He'll shoot 1 and bonus. Going to say he was not shooting. So Carson Barrett at the free throw line, taking a breather for Central Catholic. 22, Clark Barrett. Back in the ball game is Matt Simmons, whereas number 33, rimmed out, wouldn't go. Carson Barrett, they'll play defense, 32-27. 5-point leader, ball's in the front court with the Broncos. 22 seconds left. Thought about a three. Going to go to the corner with it on the dribble. He'll bring the ball back out. They'll reset the offense. 44, Braxton Barnheiser. Being guarded there by David Schwartz. He's going to pick up a screen right there from DeMarco Cross. Long three-point shot, 5 seconds left. Wouldn't go. 2 seconds. Thought about a shot. 3-point shot at the buzzer. They would have counted it. It was an alley-oop behind the stripe, 3-point stripe. Carson Barrett just rimmed out. 10 minutes on the intermission clock. At the end of one half of play, the Broncos in front of the Knights, 32-27. Pretty good ball game in the works. And we'll remind you this game is in part being brought to you by Brian Bear and Main Street Mortgage, a local full-service mortgage broker located in Cicero. Owner Brian Bear has more than 20-plus years of mortgage loan origination experience. Brian offers a full array of mortgage products, from no money down to 20% down conventional mortgage loans. He offers personal customer service, expert knowledge of all mortgage loans, and the lowest interest rates you will find. You can call today and start saving money now. That's Brian Bear, Main Street Mortgage. You can dial him up at 317-420-5192. Again, that's 317-420-5192. Brian Bear is located in Cicero at 269 West Jackson Street, Suite 107. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com since 1983. Great cars, great prices, great customers. He has 2 Central Indiana locations. They're all in Hamilton County. Fritz and Fishers at 8599 East 116th Street, and Fritz in Noblesville at 2400 Westfield Road. You can explore their quality used car inventory. You can visit them online, or you can visit them on site. FritzandFishers.com. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Real estate wouldn't be real estate without a real estate professional like Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa is proud to assist you with your current and future real estate needs. You can call Lisa Stokes Bear or send her a text message at 317-513-4086. Again, that number is 317-513-4086. Lisa is a member of Century 21 Sheets. That's in Carmel, Indiana. We'll also mention tonight's game is being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. 1708 South 8th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. You can dial them up at 317-773-4800. Authorized dealer for Penske Truck Rentals. One-way and local for households and businesses. Cargo vans up to 26 feet. Commercial with lift gates. Full line of moving supplies. They're locally owned and operated. They have been since 1998. The owner is on site daily. Their hours of operation, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturday, they're open 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Adler Attorneys. That's attorney at law. They'll help you with family law, personal injury, criminal defense, estate planning, litigation, appellate appeals, bankruptcy, and real estate law. Personal service, dependable counsel. That's Raymond M. Adler and Seth R. Wilson. They're located at 136 South 9th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. You can send Ray a text message, Ray at noblesvilleattorney.com. Again, that's Ray at noblesvilleattorney.com. You can dial them up at 317-773-1974. Free initial consultation. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by the Adler Building. If you're looking for office space, the Adler Building has office space available. Conference room availability. The Adler Building, located downtown Noblesville, Indiana, just a block southeast of the Hamilton County Courthouse Square at 9th and Maple Street. You can dial them at 317-773-1974. Again, for inquiries, you can dial them at 317-773-1974. That's the Adler Building in Noblesville. And also, this game is in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, you can dial them up at 317-773-8783. 100 Mensa Drive. They're located in Noblesville, Indiana, 46062. Their facsimile is 317-773-9050. For email address, you can reach them at discountcopies96@gmail.com. They're family owned and operated. They have been for some time, and we'll mention their hours of operation. Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. On Saturday, they're open 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's Discount Copies on the west edge of Noblesville. And we'll also mention this game being brought to you in part by Sign Production. A business with a good sign is a sign of good business. Computer-generated, painted, and sandblasted signs, billboard advertising, large format signage, vehicle graphics and lettering, banners and window lettering. Sign Production since 1985. 105 West Main Street, Arcadia, Indiana. You can reach them by dialing 317-984-3765. You can also reach them by cell phone, 317-946-2424. And we'll also mention this game being brought to you by PutMeInSports.com. Since 2008, PutMeInSports.com has been bringing internet radio high school sports to the listening ears of the IHSAA fans. Football in the fall with the Tipton Blue Devils, basketball in the winter, and baseball each spring with Central Catholic Knights. We welcome you to continue listening to high school sports, and we thank you for listening to PutMeInSports.com. This game is also being simulcast by Hamilton County TV.com. And this game is also being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies at 1720 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. your one-stop shopping trip for trophies, plaques, and awards. Visit Noblesville Trophies at the south edge of Noblesville, where the customer finishes first. You can reach them on the web at noblesvilletrophies.com. They are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can dial them up at 317-773-7391. And we'll also mention this game being brought to you by McCreary Concrete Products Incorporated. They have 2 Central Indiana locations. One's in Rushville. You can reach them there at 765-932-3058. The other location is in Tipton, Indiana. You can dial them there at 765-675-2657. Or you can reach them on the web at McCrearyConcrete.com. That's McCreary Concrete.com. And we thank you for listening to Put Me in Sports. We're getting ready for second half action. Buzzer's going to sound out right close to now. We're ready for second half action. It's going to be inbound. It's a 5-point ball game. The Broncos in front, 32-27. It's going to be inbound right there by Central Catholic. Carson Barrett will inbound the basketball at half court opposite the scorer's bench. 8 minutes on the game clock. Here we go. Let me pass to the backcourt. Picked up right there, number 10, Brenner Oliver. He'll work it right side to Barrett. That's Carson behind the arc. He'll dribble around, kick it left side. They go on the corner with it and get the ball back out. They'll reset the offense with Brenner Oliver. Works the left side. Carson Barrett works it down low. David Schwartz in the paint. Turnaround jumper, got the bucket. Point blank range, but he had to locate the rim right now. 32-29, a 3-point ball game. Braxton Barnheiser dishes it right side. Matthew Jones touches the basketball. Back to 33, Ashton Beaver. Back to Braxton. Braxton free throw line to the corner, tipped away and stolen by A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll dish it off, Carson Barrett. He'll spin in the paint, go off the glass, got the bucket. Carson Barrett makes it a 1-point ball game. Credit the assist to Bourdonnais. 32-31. 7 minutes. We've played a minute, second half. Works it left side behind the arc with the basketball. 23, he'll dish down low to Jones. Matthew Jones, jump ball. 6'7" Matthew Jones. Didn't get a lot of elevation on that turnaround jumper outside the paint. Going to be a jump ball. Tie-up right there. I think it was Carson Barrett. But they'll need the arrow to keep the basketball in the front court. They're going to paint Braxton. Braxton took a shot. He lands on the deck. He'll go to the foul line. He's going to get helped up right there by one of the officials. So that probably made the officials' day. You know it did. So that's a fun time to be able to be part of the youth. First shot wouldn't go. Braxton Barnheiser. He's going to catch the ball out near the top of the circle. He's going to take the second shot. He got it. That's kind of an unorthodox way to shoot, but he got the back end of a 2-shot foul. I'm not sure what Dad's saying over there. Coach Mark Barnheiser talking to one of his sons. So out top with the basketball. On the dribble, they'll give it back to Schwartz. Out top once again, A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll dribble a couple times, keep the dribble alive. He'll pass it left side, well behind the arc to Brenner Oliver. Brenner Oliver gets the ball back. Out top, they'll take a 3-point shot. Good. Oliver will get the assist, and Matt Timmons, 3-point land from top of the key. 34-33. Central Catholic back up in front by 1. They'll dribble the ball around. That's Braxton. Braxton Barnheiser in the paint. He'll dish it off to Jones. He's still got the ball. He's in the lane. He got took the shot. Might have been a 3-second violation, no call. Jones took the shot, rimmed out, didn't go anyway. Out top, they'll move it back to the corner. in the front court with the basketball. They're moving around A.J. Bourdonnais with the basketball. He'll bring it back out. He'll reset the offense. He'll give the ball up to Carson Barrett. Back pedal dribble. He'll reset the offense. He'll put some fingers up. They'll move the offense. And Coach Dave Barrett saying just the same. They'll move it outside the paint. Shot would go. Carson Barrett rebounds his own basketball. Puts it back up and in the paint. Gets a better shot than the first one. Puts it in. 36-33. On the dribble in the front court, Broncos. Driving the paint. Going to be a foul call. It's going to be an out-of-bounds play. Foul call on Central Catholic. Going to hold him up right there. It's going to be A.J. Bourdonnais going to pick up the personal. He'll get his first foul of the ball game. And I'm going to check out the lineup right there. Carson Barrett. Going to take a breather. Coach Dad going to have just a couple words with him. Here we go. Back. They'll pass it back deep in the front court. Left side, they go behind the arc. 3-point shot, number 23. 36-36, tie game once again. 5 minutes left. We're in the third quarter of play. Game number 2, girl-boy doubleheader. That's a good way to go. 36-36. Out top, David Schwartz will move it around the perimeter. Left corner, they move to A.J. Bourdonnais. Out top to Oliver. He'll float it in the paint. Oliver gets the bucket. Oliver averaging 5.2 per ball game. He's a good ball handler, gets the bucket there. 38-36, 2-point leader, Central Catholic. Ball's in the front court, Broncos. Lafayette Jeff on the dribble. Out top, 3-point shot. Rimmed out, wouldn't go. 23, wouldn't fall. Karen Dover picked up on the rebound. David Schwartz still moving to the front court, baseball patch. Baseball pass, going to be a blocking foul. He hit the deck. He asked him to make sure he's okay. Matt Timmons checking on his buddy. He gets back up. That's Nate Webb. Nate Webb went baseline, went airborne. They're going to call a blocking foul on 32, DeMarco Cross. 6'4" junior, going to pick up his third foul in the ball game. So Matt Timmons, first shot up and good. Substitution, Central Catholic going to check in. Checking out of the ball game, Brenner Oliver going to take a breather. Back in the ball game for Central Catholic, 22, Clark Barrett, 6'5" freshman. We're going to see Carson Barrett back in the ball game now. Second shot goes in. Nate Webb got both of them. Carson Barrett back in the ball game. Taking a breather for Central Catholic is David Schwartz. They keep some fresh legs in the ball game. 40-36, Central Catholic by 4. 4:08 on the game clock. On the dribble out top with the basketball, 13, Brooks Barnheiser. He'll work it right side. Pin against him is 22, Clark Barrett. 3-point shot. Braxton Barnheiser, 3-point lane, hits the bucket. It's a 1-point game. Central Catholic in front. From the corner, shot wouldn't go for Matt Timmons. Would have been a 3. Rebound put back wouldn't go. Let's try for the rebound. A.J. Bourdonnais working right there amongst the best of them. Gonna say that was a foul on the floor, evidently. Not going to allow the shot continuance to happen. A.J. Bourdonnais will bring the ball in right of the bucket on their own baseline. So he's looking to get it in. He'll get it to the corner. 3-point shot in the air. Barrett, that was Clark Barrett. Rimmed out, wouldn't go. Back the other direction. Caxton Barnheiser, pass it right side. Shot wouldn't go for Brooks Barnheiser. They'll go back the other direction. Blocking foul. Braxton Barnheiser going to pick up the foul. They called a blocking foul. Didn't quite get set. Pass put the ball in the paint. And right there was number 22, Clark Barrett. Braxton Barnheiser going to pick up his third foul in the ball game. That's 3 second half on the Broncos. 2 thus far for the night, second half. First shot good. He'll get one more. Nate Webb gives him some congratulatories. 22, Clark Barrett going to get one more. Clark Barrett enters the ball game at 63%. At the foul line, he rims around, wouldn't get that one. Rebound secured. Number 20, Savion Barrett. Three-point shot would go. That was Barnheiser, but that was Brooks Barnheiser, the 6'6" sophomore. Crossing the timeline with the basketball is Carson Barrett. Barrett on the dribble. He'll go outside the paint, off the glass, wouldn't go. Ball tipped away. Stolen from Nate Webb. Going back the other direction. Going to be an offensive foul. Setting up, drawing the charge was A.J. Bourdonnais. And the foul's going to be whistled on number 20, Savion Barrett. Checking in the ball game, we're going to see once again David Schwartz. He wears number 20 for Central Catholic. Taking a breather, going to be number 33, Matt Timmons. So the foul's whistled on Savion, and A.J. Bourdonnais sets up to draw the charge. 41-39, Central Catholic by 2. In the front court, working his way in the paint. Lefty, he'll kick it to the corner. Out top, so working left elbow extended, got the bucket. Nate Webb has another 3. He's got 3 in the ball game, to my recollection. I believe he's 3 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. 44-39. Going to be a block shot. They're going to call part of the wrist area. Carson Barrett thought he had a clean block. The whistle sounds, and Carson Barrett going to pick up his first foul of the ball game at the 2:29 mark of the third quarter. At the free throw line, number 13, Brooks Barnheiser. He's a 71% free throw shooter. First one rims out right, wouldn't go. So Braxton Barnheiser deep. They're also going to put deep there, 23. Second shot, got it. Brooks Barnheiser good on the back end of a 2-shot foul. 44-40. Central Catholic by 4. 2:20 left here in the third quarter. Way out top of the basketball is Carson Barrett. He'll drive now. He'll drive the paint. Kick it down low. Reverse layup. Got it. Nate Webb. It's a good assist from Carson Barrett, and Nate Webb with an acrobatic reverse. Left elbow extended. Got the bucket. Braxton Barnheiser. Left elbow extended, 3-point land. Cuts the lead to 3. 46-43. 1:48 left here in the third quarter. A.J. Bourdonnais on the dribble. He'll dish off. He'll get it to David Schwartz. He'll drive outside the paint. He'll go off the glass right side. Got the bucket. Schwartz for 2. 48-43 on the dribble. Going to be a holding foul just outside the paint. Kind of a touch foul. They're paid to do a good job, and I got to admit, they're not doing a bad job. 48-43. 1 minute and a half left. Savion, basketball. Dishes off, 3-point land. Braxton. Long 3-point shot for Braxton. Wouldn't go. Rebounds, Carson Barrett. Carson Barrett out top. A spin move. He's working against Savion Barrett. Working the left side. Rimmed out, wouldn't go. With the basketball is Brooks Barnheiser. Going to be a foul called, and A.J. Bourdonnais going to pick up, I believe, his second foul in the ball game. He'll pick up number 2, team foul number 5. And he'll take a breather. He gets some medium 5s all down the row. He'll take a breather. Going to be a 60-second timeout call. 48-43. Central Catholic by 5. They trailed at halftime. I think they trailed 32-27 at halftime. Been a good third quarter. And I will remind you, the next game on the agenda for the Lafayette Jeff Broncos will be a home game this Friday. They'll go against the Kokomo Wildcats. And that'll be this Friday, 7:30 for the varsity, 6 o'clock for the JV. We'll also mention Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. Their next game on their agenda will also be this Friday. That'll be a home game for Central Catholic. They'll go against Guerin Catholic, the Golden Eagles. That tip time for the varsity is anticipated at 8 o'clock. Maybe a 6:30 start time for the JV. So second horn sounds. Might have been the first. Both teams out on the surface. There's the second horn. 1:07 left here in the third quarter. 48-43 going to be brought in right at the bucket on the baseline for Lafayette Jeff. Tipped away. Now stolen. Going back the other direction. Nate Webb seals it at half court. Tips it to himself. Goes on in. He had some contests right there, but he made the bucket. It's 50-43. 52 seconds. Baseline. Kick it back out top. They're moving around behind the arc. Moving the basketball. 33 Ashton Beaver. Going to dish it off. 23 block shot. 22 Clark Barrett with the block. Back the other direction off the glass left side. David Schwartz for two. 52-43, a 9-point ball game. Central Catholic in front. 27 seconds off the glass just outside the arc. Braxton Barnheiser wouldn't go. They'll go back the other direction again. Rimmed around, wouldn't go. Nate Webb hit Revolution the rim at least once and a half times. Came off the rim. 3-point shot goes through the bucket. Braxton Barnheiser. 5 seconds left. Out top, going to shoot a three. Carson Barrett short off the rim, wouldn't go. Final shot, the other end won't count behind the buzzer. We'll play 8 minutes more of a fourth quarter. But right now, at the end of three, Central Catholic in front, 52-46. Right there over Lafayette Jeff. So we'll also mention this game is being brought to you by PutMeInSports.com. And it is also being simulcast by Hamilton County TV.com. And as mentioned, the next game on the agenda for PutMeInSports.com will be this Friday. Hamilton Heights at Tipton. That'll be a Hoosier Conference East Division matchup. That may prove to be a good one. Tipton Blue Devils, synonymous for defense. Coach Lou Lafayette has been a head basketball coach 15 years. I think he's, don't quote me, 5, maybe 7 years at Tipton. But yeah, I mean, he gets the best out of those young men playing defense. And if you check the records this year, I think they hold their opponents to about 37 points a game average. And Tipton right up there with the best of them in average this year. Out top of the basketball, brought in by Central Catholic. They'll go to the corner. We're in the fourth corner. Let me tip away. Going to tip in the front court. Carson Barrett. They'll go left corner with it. They'll dish it back around. Brenner. And they're going to work it down low. They got it to Carson Barrett. 2-point bucket. Credit the assist to Clark Barrett. 54-46. In the front court, long. Way beyond three-point land. NBA. Braxton Barnheiser had some substantial range. That was at least 28 feet right there in front of his dad. So we're going back the other direction. Off the glass, 2-point bucket. Carson Barrett lighting up. 7:06 left there in the fourth quarter. 56-49. Going to be a timeout called. Full 60-second timeout is called. Lafayette Jeff Broncos enters the confines at 10-4. Lafayette Central Catholic at 11-2. Say what, it wasn't much, but a couple of years ago, Central Catholic went to the final game. Final game down there at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. It was a game. I say what, they had some fun. They fell short a couple of points. But what a game. Central Catholic Knights. They are not unfamiliar with winning basketball in the state of Indiana. I read back into their recent past, and they've done some real good things, not only in football, but basketball too, along with baseball. The athletic director, Coach Tim Bourdonnais, 7 state titles, looking for that first in 2A. Going to inbound the basketball. Broncos crossing the timeline. On the dribble, number 13, Brooks Barnheiser. Working it back out behind the arc. They'll move it back to Braxton. Braxton's working against number 10, Brenner Oliver. They'll kick it back to the corner. 23 on the dribble. Get pass behind the arc. Out top, 23. Once again, he'll dribble the lane. Tip it right side, tipped away. Behind the arc, they'll take a shot. Broncos get the three-point bucket. Credit the bucket to Brooks Barnheiser. He wears number 13. He averages 15 and a half. His brother, 44, averages 18.7. They go back the other direction. Central Catholic roams the baseline, steps on the baseline, going to give the ball back to the Broncos. 6:25 left. Fourth quarter, 56-52. Out in front of the scores bench, going to check in Central Catholic. We'll let you know when he checks in. 6:15 left. Front court, Broncos on the dribble. He'll drive in. Shot way to go. Shot taken in the paint. Ashton Beaver back the other direction. They go baseball pass off the glass. Shot way to go. David Schwartz rimmed out hard across the rim. Going back the other direction. Going to call it blocking foul. Trying to set up, trying to draw a charge. Number 22, Clark Barrett, going to get called for a block. H.C. Bourdonnais going to check in. He wears number 12 for Central Catholic. And also in the ball game, number 23, Nate Webb, checking back in. Taking a breather is Matt Timmons, who wears 33. And taking a breather is 22, Clark Barrett. They'll work the left side in the front court. Left-handed floater, wouldn't go, 23. Rebound, left-handed basketball player, number 34, Carson Barrett. 5:43 on the game clock. Working to the corner, driving the baseline. Off the glass, got the bucket, got fouled. A.J. Bourdonnais goes strong to the bucket. Had a three available. Saw an opening on the baseline, went on in, went off the glass power layup. He got fouled in the act of shooting. Number 32, DeMarco Cross. And DeMarco Cross going to check out the ball game with his 5th personal foul. In for DeMarco, we're going to see again number 20, Savion Barrett. Three-point play opportunity, good for A.J. Bourdonnais. 59-52. Crossing the timeline with the basketball. On the dribble, 13, Brooks Barnheiser. Dribbling the paint. Going hard, going to be a foul outside the paint. That was Barnheiser. Braxton Barnheiser was driving hard. Reach-in foul called. Number 10, Brenner Oliver. He picked up number 3. So he's going to go to the free throw line. Going to be a 1-and-1. Barnheiser, first shot, rimmed out, wouldn't go. Rebound secured by Nate Webb. Back the other direction. Carson Barrett with the basketball. Working against him is Brooks Barnheiser. He'll pass it right side behind the arc to Nate Webb. Back to Schwartz. Back to A.J. Bourdonnais. Now back out top to Carson Barrett. Got the count being administered. He'll dribble left side. He'll kick it back out top. They'll work it right side. Number 10, Oliver. Oliver going to come back and reset the offense out top near the center circle. They'll work it back out top. Now left side. Going to be a blocking foul. Savion Barrett going to pick up the foul. Driving hard to the hoop right there. Foul's going to be whistled again at Savion Barrett. He'll pick up number 2 in the ball game. It's going to be brought in right at the bucket. Be brought in by Carson Barrett on the baseline. Pass it out to Brenner Oliver. Brenner Oliver passed it back to Carson Barrett. He's being guarded right there by 33, Ashton Beaver. So work it down low. Just a little bit too outside the stretched reach of David Schwartz, and he lost the handle right there in the paint. And they'll give the ball back to the Broncos. 59-52. Working it right side with the basketball. 13, Brooks Barnheiser. Whistle sounds. They're going to call foul. Blocking foul. Going to be whistled on Central Catholic. A.J. Bourdonnais going to pick up number 3 in the ball game. going to the foul line, going to shoot one and bonus. Once again, it's going to be number 13, Brooks Barnheiser, 6'6" sophomore. He'll release the first one. It'll rim off, go out of bounds. And a couple of Knights right there trying to come up with the basketball, and the ball goes out of bounds. So they give the ball back to the Broncos, and they'll bring it in left of their own bucket. They bring it out to the top. They'll reset the offense. 4:32 on the dribble. Braxton Barnheiser. Foul's going to be whistled out near the elbow prior to the shot, but he'll still go to the foul line, shoot the bonus. This will be the final bonus of the evening. Foul number 9. The foul's whistled on number 10, Brenner Oliver. At the free throw line, Braxton Barnheiser, 6'3" junior. He'll fly the first one, got it. He'll get one more. He's earned it. He'll get a bounce pass, top the key, step up, shoot it. In about that fashion, he got both of them there. 59-54. 4:27 game clock. We're in the fourth quarter. We're at Central Catholic High School. Working with the basketball, left side. That's Nate Webb back out top. They're working with the board Nate. Right side, here's Webb once again. And working it back around, tipped away, stolen. Barnheiser, the sophomore, he'll put it down with that 6'6" frame. That's Brooks Barnheiser. He'll float and drop one in, slam dunk. Timeout call, 59-56. They'll take a full 60-second timeout right here. Central Catholic going to call them the 60. And a good ball game in the first outing, the 6 o'clock ball game. That was Central Catholic and the Lady Broncos. What a ball game. That lead switched hands so many different times during the ball game. It was pretty much anybody's game. The win. 4:05 left. We're in the fourth quarter. Boys game. 9:04 on the wristwatch. A Tuesday night. Had to remake this ball game. It was supposed to happen Saturday. But Mother Nature said, nope, not today. So they bring the ball in. Brought in by Webb. Coming across the timeline right there with the basketball, A.J. Bourdonnais. Sophomore athlete. So working back out top. 3-point land on the way. Wouldn't go. Shot missed. Clark Barrett couldn't bring it down. Rebound secured by the Broncos to the front court now. It's going to be a bump in the backcourt. They're going to hold up the ball game. Might have got some friction there. Might have been a loose elbow. 33, Ashton Beaver. He got bumped on the noggin. See if he remains in the ball game. Coach just wanted timeout because there was nothing happening in the front court. He didn't enter the court of play, so he can stay in the ball game. Ashton Beaver just giving him a little bit of a breather there. He got bumps on the head. Here we go in the front court. 3-point land out top, good. 13, Brooks Barnheiser. 3.5 minutes left. We're tied at 59. 59-59. The front court picks up his dribble, works the right side. 22, Clark Barrett. Barrett, he's got the triple threat available. He'll pass it near the corner. Nate Webb behind the arc. He'll pick up a screen, work a screen from David Schwartz. Now back out, they'll give it to Carson Barrett. He'll pass it in. Schwartz, he'll go off the glass, got fouled. He'll go to the foul line. Pretty good cut right there, and Carson Barrett found his teammate, David Schwartz. Schwartz will go to the foul line. Foul's going to be whistled on 20, Savion Barrett. Savion Barrett, a 6'1" junior. At the free throw line, Schwartz first shot, rimmed around, fell off, wouldn't go. 59-59, 3:03 left, fourth quarter. He'll bounce a few times. He'll fly the next one, got it. At the back end of a two-shot foul, that's number 20, David Schwartz. 60-59, Central Catholic by 1. Ball's in the front court. Broncos, long three-point shot, rims out, wouldn't go. Rebound, Savion Barrett. Ball's loose. Picked up there by Central Catholic. Hands it off, works it back to Carson Barrett. Left side, Schwartz's shot wouldn't go. Back the other direction. They go off the glass, got the bucket. Braxton Barnheiser. Not really a cherry picker, but he was deep for the outlet. 61-60. 2:27 on the game clock. On the dribble. Number 20, David Schwartz, holding foul. They're going to call a hold, so Central Catholic going to the stripe, going to shoot the one and bonus. Savion Barrett going to pick up his 4th foul in the ball game. So bounce pass from the official. David Schwartz eyes and slides it a bit long. Wouldn't go, fight for the board, got it, got the putback. Carson Barrett secures the board. Second man down on the totem pole and puts it back up and good. 62-61. Baseline, picks up his dribble. Down low, took a shot. Didn't have much else he could do. Carson Barrett goes up to defend and picks up the foul. So 13, Brooke Barnheiser, sophomore, going to the stripe. 62-61, Carson Barrett picked up his 2nd foul in the ball game. First shot good for Barnheiser. He gets some congratulatories all around. 62-62. Brimmed off, wouldn't go, fighting for the board. Carson Barrett brings it down. Carson Barrett, they're going to call a blocking foul. Carson Barrett going to walk the distance. It's going to be a double bonus allowed for Carson Barrett. Defense in the backcourt. Difficult task. 33, Ashton Beaver going to pick up his 3rd foul in the ball game. We'll mention that foul. Double check here. That's a 1-and-1 Meyer. 1-and-1, he missed the first, didn't get the second one. Back the other direction. In the front court with the basketball. Deep in the front court, closest to the scorer's bench. On the dribble, Brooke Barnheiser dribbles pretty well for 6'6". On the dribble. So working back door. Tipped away, stolen. Central Catholic going back the other direction. They go off the glass, got the bucket. Carson Barrett gets the bucket off the glass. Coach Barrett might have wanted a bump foul. Didn't get that, but they got the 2. Long three-point shot. Braxton Barnheiser wouldn't go. 64-62. There'll be a foul called on the ground, on the floor actually. It'll be whistled on 23. So they whistle a foul. They'll go back to the other. It'll be his 1st foul in the ball game. He wears number 23 for the Broncos. At the foul line is A.J. Bourdonnais. He'll eye and slide the first one. Just get it. 65-62. He'll get one more. Double bonus all the way around the rest of the game. Second shot good. Good for A.J. Bourdonnais. 30-second timeout called by Coach David Barrett. Central Catholic. 66-62. 1:23 left here in the 4th quarter. And we'll remind you, the Indiana Pacers. Pacers are happening. They have been for a few decades now. You know they have. We'll remind you, the Pacers, their last outing on the 20th. They went against the Hornets. That was on Sunday the 20th. They got the win 120-95. The Pacers will be in action tomorrow night. They'll be home tomorrow night with Toronto, 7 o'clock. Got to remind you of this. Coach Nate, if Coach gets a win, it's his 600th win of his career, Pacer coach. So they pass the ball in from the backcourt. 1:20 on the game clock. 66-62. Left-handed floater, left elbow, wouldn't go. 23. Rebound secured by Carson Barrett. He'll bring it back the other direction. Might have been a double skin, no call. Tipped away, lost the handle. Ball's loose. They're going to call foul, trying to get the ball back. Carson Barrett. He'll be held back to his feet. Good sportsmanship right there by Brooks Barnheiser. 66-62. Couple of officials going to talk this over. But he did dribble off his leg and then went to the floor. They call that a double dribble, but I'm not sure they're talking about that. But I'm not sure what their conversation is. Last time I saw a conversation with officials like this, it was Sunday in the early game. But anyway, 1:03 left on the game clock. 66-62. Officials are still conversing amongst each other. They're talking it over. They're allowing some Broncos to have a listening ear there. There's some Ashton Beavers nearby. Doesn't really matter whether they hear or not. It's going to be talked about, and let's see what the call is going to be. Not sure. We're going to find out. Coach Mark Barnheiser does want to be clued in. They already pointed a foul out. Number 34, Carson Barrett. But they're going to call it an offensive foul. Shot not awarded. That's probably what it is. 1 minute left. Ball's in the front court. 66-62. Off the foot. Dribbled it off the foot of Nate Webb. They secure the basketball back in the front court. That's Barnheiser. Brooks Barnheiser going to take a three. Left side wouldn't go. Fight for the board. Picked up by Carson Barrett. They're going to call foul on Braxton Barnheiser. It's going to be evidently a two-shot foul, double bonus. Braxton Barnheiser going to check out of the ball game with his fifth foul. He'll take a breather. He gets a pat on the backside from Dad. He has definitely played a good ball game. Trying to come up with a loose ball in the backcourt. He'll set down. And back in the ball game, we'll see number 42, Matthew Jones. Carson Barrett, first shot up and good. He's getting two, double bonus. He'll get a bounce pass from the official. He'll throw it up to that left foot, left-handed stroke right there. He'll get both of them. 68-62. Timeout on the surface. 43 seconds left. 6-point ball game. And they'll spot the ball right of the bucket. They can run the baseline. 30-second timeout called right here. And a pretty good ball game. You knew it would be. Both these teams, they are well familiar with each other. They probably dine together in nearby establishments. They have fun together. They play football together. They won a couple of years ago. It wasn't pretty. 54-0. But I tell you what, Central Catholic, on their way back, Coach Brian Ney, offensive-minded young man, going to only do good here at Central Catholic. Going to bring the ball in right of the bucket. Thrown in right there. Brooks Barnheiser going to dribble across the timeline. He'll pass it right side, 23. He'll dribble in. He'll take a two-point shot. Got it. Two-point shot, good. Timeout called immediately. Coach Mark Barnheiser, 68-64. Going to call it a 60. He's only got 60-second timeouts left. Both spirit sections, I should say, the cheerleaders out on the surface. And what a ball game. This game has been brought to you by Brian Bear, Main Street Mortgage, Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21 Carmel, Indiana Express Rentals, Noblesville, Adler Attorneys at Law, Noblesville, the Adler Building, office space available, Discount Copies, Noblesville, Sign Production, Arcadia, PutMeInSports.com, Internet Radio Broadcasting, Hamilton County TV.com, television and audio, sports variety, check them out. And also Noblesville Trophies in Noblesville, McCreary Concrete Products Incorporated, Tipton, in Rushville, and Prince Auto Sales and Service, Fishers and Noblesville. Here we go. 31.9. Talking about baseball pass. Carson Barrett going to inbound the basketball. Gets it in to Brenner Oliver. Back to Carson. He'll pass a cross-court pass to A.J. Bourdonnais. A foul occurs. They'll put A.J. Bourdonnais on the foul line. Foul's going to be committed by 42, Matthew Jones. 6'7" junior. I was talking to A.J. Bourdonnais' grandpa before the game. He said Matthew Jones was a big reason of the three-point Broncos victory in their first outing, first portion of the season. First shot goes. It goes in for A.J. Bourdonnais. 25.7 left. Second shot, Bourdonnais got both of them. 70-64. Crossing the timeline. Barnheiser lost the handle, went behind his back and lost it. It's picked up right there by Carson Barrett. Foul in the backcourt. He got the ball immediately to A.J. Bourdonnais. Bourdonnais going to go to the foul line once again. Double bonus. Foul's going to be whistled on 13. Brooks Barnheiser. He picked up number 3. A.J. Bourdonnais eyes the flies to first. Nothing but net. As mentioned, A.J. Bourdonnais began the contest shooting 92%. He was 24 for 26. He's missed just one in this ball game, and he's got the back end too. So he got both of them, 72-64. Trying to come up with an immediate steal on the inbound. A.J. Bourdonnais gambling. He shot those dice out there, and he came up empty. He got the foul. That'd have been a good turnover, but he was going to allow them to walk the distance. They'll shoot the double bonus at the other end. It's a lefty. Number 23, rimmed around. First one falls out. So taking a breather. Back in the ball game, we'll see number 10, Brenner Oliver. Taking a breather is David Schwartz. 16.9 left. Second shot, rimmed off also. Rebound. I take that back. That's Schwartz in the ball game. Might have been Nate Webb exit the ball game. Long three-point shot at the buzzer, near the buzzer. Good. Number 23, candid from left elbow extended. Number 23, it's 72-67. 7.1 seconds remaining in regulation. 30-second timeout, evidently. They had one left. 30-second timeout called by Coach Mark Barnheiser. 7.1 seconds remaining. Everyone's standing. 72-67. Central Catholic going to get a chance to inbound the basketball. 5-point ball game. They'll work it right there. Second buzzer. Official letting Carson Barrett know he can roam the sideline. Baseball pass to the front court. A.J. Bourdonnais, he'll bring it back out. Foul going to occur. It's again going to be Matthew Jones. A.J. Bourdonnais was going to be content with them just running the clock out. He had a clear path to the bucket. Wasn't going to shoot it. But reaching back, committing the foul is 42, Matthew Jones. Competitive instinct at the foul line once again. First shot up and good. So back in the ball game is David Schwartz, number 20. Taking a breather, number 10, Brenner Oliver. Second shot on the way. A.J. Bourdonnais got both again. 74-67. 7-point ball game to the front court. They're going coast to coast. Get the bucket at the post. They'll count it, I'm sure. Yes, they do. The 5-point ball game. Final score, Central Catholic 74. Lafayette Jeff 69. They're going to pass in front of the scores bench right there. They're going to congratulate each other. The medium 5s. And as of so far, they've split on the season. And we thank you for listening. We hope you'll tune in Friday night. Tipton hosting Hamilton Heights. Should be a good ball game. We'll begin the ball game pregame probably around 7:15 p.m. And we thank you for listening. Thank my wife back home. She got back home and she gave us a sound check. We're appreciative. She was listening. Did not drop a signal. We are very thankful for the opportunity to be here. Peyton Stovall, what a quality guy. Athletic Director, Lafayette Jeff. And Athletic Director for Central Catholic Knights. Jim Bourdonnais, we're always thankful to work for him. No matter if you're home or away, if you're teaching or learning, you've always got to keep the fire burning.